بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sunday class, lesson number 50, basic religious teaching. Speak with justice. Dear children, simply being born as a human does not immediately bring humanity into a person. When a person is born, he is merely human by form. Gradually, humanity develops within him, and he over a time grows into a person with true human qualities. Remember, today you are children and your bodies are smaller compared to adults. Your face, your hands, your feet, and your height are small. Slowly, as you grow older, you will become young adults. However, remember that your physical growth alone does not define you as a human being in a true sense. You will be recognized as a good human being in society only when you cultivate humanity within yourself. Humanity does not come in a person from eating, drinking, playing, or moving about. Rather, humanity develops in a person by adopting qualities that are a sign of a good human being. Dear children, today inshallah we want to tell you about a special quality of a human being. It is a justice. Justice means avoiding the path of oppression, taking a fair and balanced approach that does not deprive anyone of their rights, and making decision while considering everyone's right and giving each person what is rightfully theirs. Treating everyone equally is the essence of justice. We'll try to explain justice and fairness with examples so that you can understand the reality of justice and fairness in a clear way. In 10 of you are traveling together and it is time to eat, and there are 10 fish and 10 loaves of bread. The leader of the group must ensure that each person gets one fish and one loaf of bread. This is justice. However, if the leader gives two fish and two loaves to three people and give the rest only half a fish or less, this is outright oppression or injustice. Understand well from this example what justice means and what injustice and oppression are. Remember, Allah always deals justly with his bondsmen and never commits oppression. Among the 99 names of Allah is Al-Adl, meaning the just. In the realm of justice and fairness, one must not be partial but rather act and impartially. For instance, if someone is a class monitor and there are 10 students in the class, but the monitor shows favoritism towards one student, he is injustice. The duty of a monitor is to treat all classmates equally and fairly without bias and without seeing which friends or which are not. Dear children, if you wish for everyone to love and respect you, you must live your life with a commitment to justice. If you treat everyone equally and fairly, you will earn admiration from all and people will recognize you as a good and truthful person. Always remember that when you grow older and people entrust you with responsibility in any matter or call upon you and make decision, then make your decision with fairness and justice. It is a matter of financial dealings or a loan agreement and you are asked to document it. Do not delay or avoid writing it down. Instead, write it willingly and with justice. There is a verse in the Surah Baqarah, the longest verse in the Quran, verse 282, in which Allah commands, وَلْيَكْتُبْ بَيْنَكُمْ كَاتِبٌ بِالْعَدْلِ وَلَا يَأْبَ كَاتِبٌ أَنْ يَكْتُبْ. Let a scribe write it down between you with justice, and let no scribe refuse to write. Another point to note is that if you become educated, people will turn you to help resolve disputes and compromise in their matters. This will not only earn you a respectable position in society, but also allow you to serve others. It is a form of service that you should always perform gladly. Dear children, connect your life to justice. Let your way of living be such that people recognize you as fair and justice and just a honest man. Someone who always speak with honesty and integrity in any matter. When you speak justly. If you are asked to give testimony about someone, do not act with bias. Instead, provide your testimony with fairness. In the verse 135 of the Surah Nisa, Allah commands the believers, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu qawwamina bil qist shuhada'a lillah. Oh, you believe, stand firmly with justice as witness for Allah. We narrate to you another verse in which Allah commands us to speak with justice. In the verse 152 of the Surah An'am, Allah says, وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعَدِلُوا, and whoever you speak with justice. Dear children, through these verses of the Quran, we have explained to you to command of Allah regarding justice. After the Quran, Hadees hold the next highest position. And our Prophet Muhammad holds the highest status after Allah. We will now share with you some hadiths related to justice and fairness that will help you to understand the essence and importance of justice. It is narrated in Sahih Muslim that Hadrat Abdullah bin Amr bin As said that the Messenger of Muhammad said, those who act with justice will be on platforms of light, on the right side of Allah on the day of judgment. Allahu Akbar. Dear children, this is a part of the hadith. Did you reflect on the great status of those who are just? The just will be seated on platforms of light on the right side of Allah on the day of judgment. Imagine when we are given a special place or seat in this world, how happily we are. But look at these, when the day of judgment arrives, those who have acted with justice will be seated on platforms of light on the right side of Allah. Allahu Akbar. After hearing these hadiths, you should feel the desires in your hearts to act justly with others, so that on the day of judgment, you too will be able to stand on such an honored place, with a rank so elevated that the people will be in awe of your position. Consider that in this world, when a person sits near a great scholar or a respected elder, he feels honored and happy. But these hadiths tell us how those who act justly in this world will be seated near Allah on the day of judgment, or his right side. So dear children, remember that merely becoming big is not an achievement. The true achievement is to become great while acting justly. Strive to develop this quality of justice within yourself. Now, inshallah, I will explain the two verses of the Quran Majid. قُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. Protect yourself and your families from the fire. It is our important responsibility to protect ourselves and families from the fire of hell. Tubu ilallahi jamia. Repent to Allah all together. We should all repent sincerely to Allah for our shortcomings, mistakes, and sins. Now, inshallah, we'll explain two hadiths. تَبَسُّمُكَ فِي وَجْهِ أَخِيكَ صَدَقَةً. Your smile in the face of your brother is a charity. If you smile at your fellow Muslims, remember that is a form of charity. لَا يَدْخُلُ الْجَنَّةَ قَاطِعُ رَحْمٍ. One who cuts off ties of kinship will not enter paradise. Strengthen all your family's ties. Do not break them, as severing ties with your relatives will sever your connections to paradise. Now, inshallah, we'll explain series of the Messenger of Mercy, Muhammad when the Prophet reached the age of 33. At the age of 33 or the 34, the Messenger of Mercy, Muhammad began to experience a sense of light and radiance. This light did not have a sound or a form. Then the Prophet Muhammad began to develop a preference for solitude and started to spend more time alone. This solitude is known as the khalwat. At these inclination for solitude grew, Muhammad would go with some water and barely float to a cave several miles outside the town of the Jabal Nur, known as the cave of Hira, Ghar Hira. The cave was 4 yards long and 1.5 yards wide. In the cave of Hira, the Prophet Muhammad would worship Allah, praising and remembering Him, reflecting on His power and creation, and would stay there and not return to the town until the water and barley flour finished. When the water and barley flours ran out, he returned to the town to gather more provisions and returned to the cave. The Prophet began to see true dreams that would come true every next morning. This is continued till the age of 40. Now, inshallah, we'll explain good morals do not be self-centered. If it is enough for a person to be considered of bad character if he spends his entire life only thinking about his own interests, focusing solely on his personal benefit without any concern for the welfare of others. Such person is not a true human being, but the one who is devoid of humanity. A person who is self-serving is tested when he meets us or calls us only for his own gain or benefit. Someone who maintains relationships solely for his own advantage cannot of high moral character. A self-centered person who only thinks of his own benefit uses others for his interests and never truly serves anyone else. A poet beautifully said, Perhaps sincerity will never find its destination, for every friendship is tied to personal gain. If everyone forms friendships based on personal interest, then clearly he will never reach the destination of sincerity and love. Life etiquettes, rights, and etiquettes toward fellow Muslims. One should share in the happiness and sorrow of others. One should believe his brother to be truthful and false accuse him. One should cover the faults of others. One should not gossip about fellow Muslims. One should not consider anyone too insignificant. One should not sever ties with others. One should avoid envy, backbiting, and hatred. One should avoid slander. One should not use weapons against fellow Muslims. One should show respect to elderly people. One should visit the sick. One should attend funerals. One should pray for forgiveness for the decrease after someone has passed away. One should mention their virtues. Now, inshallah, we'll explain Shariat issues. One should take a loan only in case of an emergency or severe financial need. Those who take loan for unnecessary expenses in marriages are doing something wrong. Allah does not like those who waste their wealth. And in the Quran, such people are referred to are the brothers of Shaitan. When taking or giving a loan, the condition is that the same thing taken or loan should be returned in the same condition in the same date. Morning and evening supplications. Supplication upon entering the city. Allahumma barik lana fiha. Supplication upon returning from a journey. Aibuna taibuna abiduna li rabbina hamidun. Supplication upon returning home from a journey. Tawban tawban li rabbina awban la yugadiru alayna hawban. Now ask your question, please give our answer. What develops gradually in a person? What do we call treating everyone equally? Explain justice and fairness with an example. What is commanded in verse 135 of the Surah Nisa? What is the meaning of إِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعْدِلُوا? What holds the status of the Quran? Who has the position after Allah? Where will those who do justice be with Allah? Which surah has the longest verse? What is the meaning of وَلْيَكْتُبْ بَيْنَكُمْ كَاتِبٌ بِالْعَدْلِ? What is stated in the verse 6 of the Surah Tahrim? In which surah is commanded you all repent before Allah found? Who will not enter paradise? What is enough for a person to be considered ill-mannered? Last one mentioned 5 rights of fellow Muslim. Okay children, class is dismissed and as well as our series also dismissed. Insha'Allah, soon after summer, I'll see you again in series of the 3rd. Insha'Allah, hope you learn many things from this series. Barakallahu feek. Make sure, pray for all of us. Make sure, remember all of us in your du'as, in your supplication, especially the member of Mehrab Foundation as well as the Maulana Ahmed Rashadi. Barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.